सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम व्यासस्मर व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। श्री शिवस्मरण। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवान् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम नमस्ताराय नमः शंभवे समयो भवे च नमः शंकराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवधराय च। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीय मामृतात्। श्रीरामस्मरणम्। ओम आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। नमोस्तु रामाय स लक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यः नमोस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ओम श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वराननेयमथ। अध्यात्म रामायण महात्म्यान्तर्गत श्रीराम श्रीसाम्ब सदाशिवादि नमस्कार मंत्राः। ओम रामं विश्वमयं वन्दे रामं वन्दे रघुद्वहं रामं विप्रवरं वन्दे रामं श्यामाग्रजं भजे। यस्य वागं श्रुतश्रूतं रम्यं रामायणामृतं शैलजासेवितं वन्दे तं शिवं सोमरूपिणं सच्चिदानन्दसन्दोहं भक्तिभूतिविभूषणं पूर्णानन्दमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं शङ्करं स्वयं अज्ञानध्वान्तसंहर्त्रे ज्ञानालोकविलासिनि चन्द्रचूडवचश्चन्द्र चन्द्रिकेयं विराजते जयति रघुवंशतिलकः कौसल्यानन्दिवर्धनो रामः दशवदननिधनकारी दाशरथिः पुण्डरीकाक्षः अप्रमेयत्रयातीत निर्मलज्ञानमूर्तये मनोगिरां विदुराय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम अथ श्री ब्रह्मांड पुराणान्तर्गत श्रीमदध्यात्म रामायणं बालकांडं प्रथमः सर्गः श्रीराम हृदय सर्गः प्रार्थना मंत्राः। ओम यः पृथिवीभरवारणाय दिविजैः सम्प्रार्थितश्चिन्मयः सञ्जात पृथिवीतले रविकुले मायामनुष्यो व्ययः निश्चक्रं हतराक्षसः पुनरगात् ब्रह्मत्वमाद्यं स्थिराम कीर्तिं पापहरां विधाय जगतां तं जानकीशं भजे। विश्वोद्भवस्थितिलयादिषु हेतुमेकं मायाश्रयं विगतमायमचिन्त्यमूर्तिम् आनन्दसान्द्रममलं निजमोधरूपं सीतापतिं विदिततत्त्वमहं नमामि। पठन्ति ये नित्यमनन्यचेतसः शृण्वन्ति चाध्यात्मिकसंज्ञितं शुभं रामायणं सर्वपुराणसम्मतं निर्धूतपापाहरिमेव यान्ति ते अध्यात्मरामायणमेव नित्यं पठेन् यदिच्छेत् पपबन्धमुक्तिं गवां सहस्रायुधकोटिदानात् फलं लभेत्यः शृणुयात् स नित्यं पुरारिगिरिसम्भूता श्रीरामार्णवसङ्गता अध्यात्मरामगङ्गेयं पुनाति भुवनत्रयं पुनाति भुवनत्रयम्। In this way, in these 4 minutes, by doing all these prarthana shlokas, we bring our distracted mind into this holy endeavor of studying our Shastra. Now, why we have to study Shastra and what Shastra says, and what Shastra says, how it helps us. A minute or two discussion. Shastra's purpose is only to tell us what is unreal and to tell us what is real. Clear? That is the purpose. Now the point is, when we don't study the Shastra, What problem occurs is what? One side we take unreal as real, another side we take the real as totally absent only. This is the cause of all samsara. But right from beginning, when I study Shastra, in which what is unreal is told, what is real told, with this background information, when I am conducting in the life, whenever I get disappointments or dejections because of losing of something, immediately this knowledge which was already gained starts helping in rescuing me. He already I studied that it is unreal. Therefore, the pain when the unreal, which naturally have to leave us, leaves, will be lesser when you have the knowledge background. Point one. Point two is what? In this way, for a lot of time or years, when you go on living in an unreal life and go on getting suffering, one day, because in the background the Shastra Jnana is there, a maturity will come where we say, enough of this pursuit of unreal and getting disappointed, let me pursue the real. If the world is unreal, Paramatma is real. If this information itself is not there, we are totally flooded in the unreal world with all the frustrations and miseries. Therefore, always we have to. And second point is what? This Shastra Adhyanam is not once in a while, once in a blue moon or lifetime. No, no, no. This knowledge also, because it's so volatile and this is so thin, and in the flood of our worldliness and importance given to that, it gets floated, bloated away. Therefore, along with living in the life, every day the Shastra Jnana, the Tattva Shastra Jnana, which with all logics proves Paramatma and Atma alone as real, the Jagat as unreal, every day we have to study. That keeps us information intact in the light of which, even though straight away we will not go for the permanent Atma Vastu, still a day will come where, because the information strongly is there, that we shift from the pursuit of unreal called as samsara to the pursuit of real called as sadhana. Reaching the real, you get liberated. अब पढ़ाई नहीं शास्त्र, तो जो नित्य सत्य वस्तु है उसका कोई न्यूज ही नहीं है हमको, then we take this world as real in that childishness, in that ignorance, in that delusion, in that confusion, in that foolishness. We do everything and to get kicks only, to get failures only, to get disappointments only, to get dejections and miseries. That's why, with all the highest intellection, everything gained by human being in the world outside, alas, nothing of them give him complete satisfaction, but all because all that is unreal. And he goes on changing from one real to the unreal to the another unreal, thinking that will be real, that will be real, and he goes on struggling that way. That's called Nastika Pamara Samsari Bahirmukha Vyakti. But the one who studies Shastra regularly, remember, study of Shastra immediately will not guarantee us to withdraw from the Anatma to Atma. But it will guarantee that one day it is the Shastra only will give us the right direction to our life from the binding samsara to the liberating आध्यात्मिकता. नहीं सुना तो पूरा बह जाते हैं, सुना कम से कम इंफॉर्मेशन रहता है. That way it protects. It protects from totally getting lost in samsara. It protects from the inevitable loss of samsara not to hurt us so much. And slowly, when we live for life 30, 40, 50, 60 years in the anatma rasatya jagat only, and every one of them are disappointing only, then this shastra only, which we are studying from the beginning, slowly comes to our rescue. Enough of the anatma pursuit, let me pursue the atma. इसलिए हमको शास्त्र पढ़ना डेली. नाउ यू मस्ट विद दिस एक्सप्लेनेशन आवर मॉर्निंग क्लास इज वेरी क्लियर और नॉट. ऋतं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च सत्यं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च तपश्च दमश्च शमश्च अग्नयश्च अग्निहोत्रं च अतिथयश्च मानुषं च प्रजातिश्च प्रजनश्च, all of them स्वाध्याय प्रवचने स्वाध्याय प्रवचने स्वाध्याय प्रवचने. ठीक है, दैट स्वाध्याय प्रवचन विल रिमाइंड मी दिस इज रियल बेटा, ये नहीं है. ये चीज हमको अपने मन को भी कहना है और जिंदगी में हमेशा याद रखो. विथ वॉट एवर द पोजिशन यू हैव, वेदर द चिल्ड्रन डू इट और नॉट, बट कीपिंग ऑन टेलिंग देम दैट बेटा ये गलत है, ये सही है, ये नहीं करना है, ये करना है, ये नहीं पाना है, ये पाना है, जब करे या ना करे कहना हमारा फर्ज बनता है. So to tell the people, children around, that's called pravachana. To tell to our own mind, that's called as adhyaya. That this is unreal, this is real, this is binding, this is liberating, is a necessary thing to for us for getting into the reality, even if not now, at least after some 10 years or 10 lives. Now again I am repeating same thing 11th time today only. That if this Shastra is not there, there's nothing to remind us of what is real and unreal. We take unreal only as real and get flown. That is what we were so far till we were exposed to Shastra. Even now in our 2 year study, at least little we are getting to the understanding that logically there must be a substratum for a changing world, the changeless. Itna to pata chala na? Now, the changeless substratum is Satchidananda Tattva. That alone is reality. In the ignorance of that, the whole world is projected. This information also we are bombarded every day. And that information, when we take and start doing contemplation, we start getting the conviction about that, that this knowledge is correct. Then slowly we pursue the self. In the light of the knowledge of self, all that not self which was taken as real slowly recedes from our life. You are liberated because bondage is only in anatma. There's bondage with snake, not with the rope. That's why Nitya Nirantara Shastra. Then, Konsa Shastra? That which talk about the self, the reality, the truth. Everything named as Shastra, but everything is not liberating Shastra. Like Bhautika Shastra, Sayana Shastra, Ganita Shastra. Everything is Shastra, but none of them give Mukti. Only the Upanishad Shastra and Upanishad को फॉलो करके जो श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास में वही वाला ज्ञान हमें समझ में आया, ऐसे भाषा में लिखा गया, वो वाला शास्त्र पढ़ना. And silently in our own heart, we have to strengthen that Paramatma alone is real. Everything other than him is absolutely unreal, but relatively it is there. So in relativity, we fulfill our duties, but don't give reality to it. Thus, we are not bound. Like Pujya Gurudev. How he was smiling, laughing, in spite of traveling all over the world, working so much through samstha and so many places, so many odds. Only one thing. ये सब कर रहा हूं मैं, लेकिन मुझे पता है इसमें कोई भी मेरे लिए सत्य नहीं है, मेरे लिए परमात्मा ही सत्य है. Then still why did he do that? For us as a support, so that we with the help of all work done by him get ourselves turned toward the परमात्मा. ध्यान से सुनना इस बात को, नहीं तो उनका ज्ञान फिर उनको मुक्ति नहीं देगा. If you say Gurudev is realized, liberated, in him the reality is intact, all that is it's not real, therefore he is laughing, giggling. Yet he does it because that is what is meant to be done. That helped us. So in this way, Nitya Nirantara Tattva Shastra ka hame Shravan karna hai. See the first instruction of Adi Shankara in his Sadhana Panchagam, Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam, Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam. See? Then only Taduditam Karma Swanushtiyatam, Teneshasya Vidyatam, all those things keep coming. So, why we are studying Swami so many Shastras? Why should I study? And why are you teaching only the Upanishad and Bhagavad like that? Why don't you teach the Natya Shastra, the Kavya Shastra, the Alankara Shastra, the Astra Shastra Shastra, Entertainment Shastra? So many comics, all these things you can do now. It will be so entertaining. Oh my dear friends, ऐसे करने वाले बहुत है. आपको मेरा नमस्कार, आप वहाँ जाओ. यहाँ हमारे क्लास में सिर्फ तत्व निर्णय करने वाला शास्त्रों का ही अध्ययन होगा. Because by Guru Kripa, he is making us do these things by telling us which is important. They are tough texts. Language it feels difficult. Logic is more difficult to understand. Even it is understood, it appears to be practical. Even if we try to do practically, we feel like losing everything on which we were standing earlier, called as our world intelligence. देखो, आध्यात्मिक साधना is like army soldiers only. Please remember, the day they join, from that day, till they either get retired or martyred or whatever, every day they have struggle. Same is spirituality. पहले दिन से उनको इतना, इसको हिंदी में रगड़ो बाजी कहते हैं, रगड़ रगड़ कर उनको ठीक करते हैं. दे हैव टू रन, दे हैव टू कीप देयर बॉडी फिट, दे हैव टू लर्न ऑल द warfare. There is no rest to them. When all the training is over, it's not relaxation, my friends. More tough job. You are placed in all sensitive areas, and every moment you have to be alert. In the same way, once you enter into spirituality, detaching from the world is difficult. Controlling the faculty is difficult. Focusing their attention to the Lord is difficult. Consistently maintaining is difficult. And waiting for the result, it doesn't come immediately. That also disappointing. If you are ready for it, then only come. We will never, what I say, cheat you by speaking the lies, saying that spirituality is easy. हम तो ये झूठ नहीं बोलेंगे. बोलने वालों को बोलने दो, वो अपने एंगल से पर्पस से कह रहे होंगे. तो हम तो अपने दिमाग को बार बार खपाना नहीं चाहते हैं. बाय आंसरिंग टू योर क्वेश्चंस, यू सेड इजी स्वामी, सो बिकमिंग डिफिकल्ट. हम पहले से बोलेंगे डिफिकल्टी है, आना तो नहीं तो ना. आवर रेट इज फिक्स्ड, देयर इज नो बार्गेन इन आवर प्लेस. First, to be prepared like that. It is very tough and I have to work hard. With this mental preparation, when you start involving, tougher than the tough sadhana also becomes easier. If somebody says that it's so easy, then it is not at all easy. Then small little difficult thing also becomes so big difficult. आपने कहा easy है, इतना मुश्किल है. इसलिए ना, I used to play a jadoo, looking at the age of the people who asked the question, where on the way to the Kedarnath. हम दर्शन करके आ रहे. The people who are going up, they ask. If the old people ask, I always tell, बस बहुत थोड़ा ही दूर है, ज़्यादा नहीं है, भगवान का नाम लेते जाना, वो फिर पहुंच जाओगे. कुछ भी नहीं सोचना, रास्ते पे देखना, ना लेते जाना भगवान का नाम. That is a correct idea. I can't tell them, अभी तो 3 किलोमीटर आए हो, 11 kilometers are there, you will reach or not. It is so tough, the road is uneven, and there are some bamboos you have to cross. Horse also will be afraid. अब मैं ख्याल में अब जाओ मत. If I tell that, and that I am not a real bhakta at all, I can't demoralize them. So at the same time, I can't tell them frightening thing. So I have to tell them like this. But the youngsters come, I tell them, तू तो शुरू नहीं किया, मेरे को बहुत चढ़ना है. With mental preparation, a lot of things I have to climb itself makes it is easy, because already it is too tough. It is not so tough. इन द सेम में पहले सोच लो कि आध्यात्मिक साधना बहुत कठिन है, फिर शुरू करो हिम्मत से, then you can see उतना कठिन नहीं रहेगा. If somebody tells you it's so easy, then he is telling in the beginning days to inspire you, but he is also not right. I am also not right, but it is helpful. That also is not right, but it also in one way helpful, maybe not in the other way. We don't promise shortcuts here. This is the shortest cut. You have to come to classes regularly. You have to do your sadhana at home. You have to note down the points. You have to do the mananam chintanam. You have to get into your own conviction. After that, each one of you only have to sit on the seat of meditation to withdraw from the upadhi, become so sublime, subtle, introverted, to see the self, the substratum, the pure conscious existence. जो मैंने 30 सेकंड में कहा, इसको करने के लिए कितने 30,000 जन्म लगे या 300 जन्म लगे, 30 जल गए, we don't know, but keep on doing. And the question is, why should it be easy? When the highest benefit is coming, it is expected to be performing highest also, ना. ज़्यादा तनख्वाह चाहिए तो ज़्यादा काम होता है. अब मुक्ति के लिए तो उतना तरसना, तड़पना, मेहनत करना तो पड़ेगा ही ना. Remove all those thoughts. And the best is what? For mukti, this is a sadhana is told to be done. I do that. Whether it is difficult or easy, I am not worried. कुछ लोग ऐसे सबसे ज़्यादा इंटेलिजेंट मेच्योर्ड होते हैं. I have to reach to that place. This is the path. It has its own odds and evens. I wanted to reach. I'll walk. They don't even question कितना दूर है, कितना पास है. चलते रहूंगा. रोड मैप है, चलता रहूंगा. एक दिन पहुंच जाऊंगा मैं. That is the best way. Anyway, we are not guaranteeing it is easy. That is one thing. Second, why we have to study Shastra is we are informed about what is real and unreal. If the Shastra then is not there, the real is forgotten, unreal is taken as real, and every time we are in disappointment only. That is why you see the people absolutely not exposed to Shastra, and you and I nowadays studying, we are getting a goal. we are getting a support in our mind. We are understanding ये दुनिया ऐसा ही होता है. We know how to slowly wean away, withdraw from the world by our choice, and even the world is falling on us. We understand how to negotiate with it because they are not important to us, because our understanding is not real, and our mind is slowly, let me enjoy the quiet mind, let me enjoy the devoted mind, let me enjoy the subtle intellect, let me learn through the subtle intellect the truth in all its detail. Let on the seat of meditation, let me go to that experience. देखो दिन ब दिन ऐसे पॉजिटिव विचार बढ़ाते जाए, that mumukshutta, when it grows in our life, that jignasa when grows in us, not can there be anything better than this? Ishvara Guru Kripa, I don't know how many lives of Punya and Prarthana that in this life, little study of Shastras we are doing. Thank you. Now we come to Adhyatma Ramayanam in the first Sarga BALA KANDAM called as Sri Rama HRUDAYAM. Mother SEETHA, on the orders of Rama, to the most deserving candidate Hanumanji, starts teaching Sri Rama Tattvam only in 2 shlokas with these words which indicate deep meaning as well as experience. Let us start from there straight away. From the 31 mantra I am doing. Tatheti janaki praha tattvam ramasya nishchitam hanumate prapannaya sita loka vimohini. Be attentive. Be deeply attentive and chant. Keep the book. I request every one of you, I beg you, all Shastras which you are studying from us, keep the books in front and revel in chanting and revel in seeing the meaning or understanding the meaning as it is spoken from here while looking into the mantra. Then your faith in the Shastra grows. My job is you should learn or develop your faith in Shastra and study it and get your path and goal and reach out. We should never be there in your life. In your life, Gurudev, Guru Tattva, Bhagavan, Shastra, your sadhana, your mukti should be there. For that, book should be in front of you. Okay? Ramam Vidhi Param Brahma Sachidanandamadvayam Sarvopadhi Vinirmuktam Sattamatram Agocharam Anandam Nirmalam Shantam Nirvikaram Niranjanam Sarvavyapinamatmanam Sarvavyapinamatmanam Swaprakasham Akalmakam. So, on the seat of contemplation, when the rishis munis have deeply contemplated, transcending all that is multiplicity, all that is sina, they reach to a tattva. Then they understood that tattva alone has expressed as Rama for a definite purpose. We have seen the Rama's performance. We took Rama alone as real, and that real Rama has really cried. Therefore, we took him as Jiva. Therefore, we don't have devotion to him. So here what Sita is doing is she is fully selecting and deleting from the Rama. His avatara is all the Leela. She is just telling about Rama that he is the Upanishad Vedya Parabrahma only. क्योंकि राम का नाम, राम का रूप, राम का लीला इतना ज्यादा हो गया कि राम इज ए ब्रह्मा दैट इज फॉरगॉट. And that degradation took to the next level, even to the Parvati. The Rama cried, therefore is a Jiva, therefore I can't worship him. Degradation हो गया. आप सीता जी को पता चला कि क्या कहना है हनुमान जी को. She says the Rama whom you have served is not only this. It is his temporary expression. This also dissolves one day. In him, beyond, behind his Rupanama and Leela Avatara, there is absolute truth reality that has these lakshanas. This lakshana yukta Parabrahma is Rama in his reality. That way you see Rama, then you have respected, revered Rama. And that Tattva Rama is everywhere there, including your own, in your own heart as your own self. That way, Tattva Drishtya Rama Jnanam, Rama Anubhuti is the one which even pleases Rama, which gives you also completeness because you become or discover your oneness with Rama. Therefore, Ramam Vidhi Param, Ramam Vidhi Param Brahma, Ramam Vidhi Param Brahma Sachidanandam, Ramam Vidhi Parabrahma Sachidanandam Advayam. You know, this is how even Vedic chanting also learned. Om Shanno Mitraha Shanno Mitraha Shanno Mitraha Sham Varunaha Sham Varunaha Sham Varunaha Om Shanno Mitra Sham Varunaha Om Shanno Mitra Sham Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanno Bhavatvaryama Sham Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Sham Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanno Mitra Sham Varuna शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा. ऐसे एक एक अक्षर वित्त स्वरा Vedic chanting you have to master. In the same way, only these two shlokas are there. Here also one word you have to master. To Ramam, Ramam Vidhi. Come to recognize. Vidhi means recognize. Understand. Not only look with the eyes. If you look with the eyes, you will see only Charma Deha Yukta Rama. Vidhi means with Jnana Chakshu. Ramam Vidhi. Param. Param means which is beyond this expressed Rama, who is born to Dausratha and Kausalya, who did all this Leela, who living for some 1,000 years, leaves this body and goes, leave this Loka and goes into the air. That Rama के परे वाला राम को तुम जानो. Rama Vidhi Param. Please know Rama to be not this but beyond. And what is that beyond? Brahma. One by one word you add. By this what's understood? Ramam Parabrahma Vidhi. This is what Sita says. Please understand Hanuman, Rama to Param. And what is the Lakshana Parabrahma? The Vedokta Satchit Anandam. And we explained yesterday, everything in the world is existing. In the existence only the world is there. In the world there is multiplicity is there. Beyond, behind every multiplicity of Rupa Nama, the one common substratum is existence. That existence is called as Sattu. That is ultimate Rama. That Rama is everywhere there. And that existence is self-conscious also, therefore Chittu. And that being infinite, it is Ananda. Now that infinites cannot be two, Sattu cannot be two, Chittu cannot be two, therefore Advayam. What is Advayam? It alone is there. There is nothing other than it. For the sake of explanation, he is called as Param Brahma, is called as Sattu, is called as Chittu, is called आनंद. ये सब बोलने के वास्ते बोला. इसका अर्थ चार चीजें नहीं है. एक परब्रह्म हो गया, एक सत्य हो गया, एक चित्त हो गया, आनंद हो गया. ना. That is one homogeneous experience. From the world standpoint, it is said as Param. From the non-existing perishable standpoint, it is called as Sattu. From the inner standpoint, it is called as Chittu. From the Dukkha standpoint, it is called as Anand. What we see in the world, to refute that, these Satchidananda words are used. But in the experience, all these words also are transcended. That is why that Atmavastu cannot be explained by any words conceived by the mind. Therefore, eto vacho nivartante अप्राप्य मनसा सह. इसको हम बार बार दोहराएंगे तो थोड़ा थोड़ा वो अंदर जाता रहेगा बात. सो रामम विद्धि परम ब्रह्म, रामम विद्धि पर ब्रह्म सच्चिदानंदम, रामम विद्धि पर ब्रह्म सच्चिदानंदम अद्वयम. You have to contemplate on it. What is the meaning of Advaya? No two in that, because infinites cannot be two. In infinite, you can imagine finites. To the infinite, you can't add, you can't subtract, you can't divide, you can't multiply. Infinite minus infinite is infinite. Infinite plus infinite is infinite. Infinite multiplied something is infinite. Infinite divided by something infinite. That's called imaginary calculus. On the basis of that only, entire algorithms are made. On the basis of algorithms only, entire computer system works, which is moving the entire world today. The entire world today is moving on computers. Computers are working on algorithm. Algorithm works on imaginary mathematics. Imaginary mathematics is based on the infinity. When you study post-graduation in maths and all, you will see all this subject comes. Being Satchidananda cannot be limited. It is infinite. There cannot be two infinite. Therefore, it is Advayam. हो गया? यहाँ तक हमने देखा कल. Now the next one is what? Sarva Upadhi Vinirmuktam. Satchidanandam Advayam is the Swarupa Lakshana. Swarupa Lakshana Tatastha के दृष्टि से क्या कह रहे हैं? In that Swarupa Rama, these Upadhis now which he has taken as Manusha with all his Dhanurbana in this attire as a father, to Lava Kusha, as a son to Dasharatha and husband to Sita, ये जो लेकर आए ना, ये कोई भी उपाधि उनमें नहीं है, सर्व उपाधि निर्मुक्त. Not only this upadhi, in that absolute Parabrahma who is actual Rama, or Rama who is actual Parabrahma, the Vyashti Jiva upadhi, the Samashti Ishvara upadhi, both of them are not there. Okay, Sarva upadhi at the Vyashti level, Jivas Avidya, at the Samishti level, Ishvaras Maya. So Samashti Rupi Maya Namak upadhi, Vyashti Rupi Avidya Namak upadhi, both of them are not there in him. Sarva upadhi nirmuktam. Then ponder on this sentence. What is upadhi? Technically, upasamipe stitva swagunan aropeti iti upadhi. This is what is our subject tomorrow in our Bhagavata, when to Uddhava asks Krishna, question Bhagavan Krishna is going to answer. What is upadhi? A crystal. Near a crystal, you bring a red flower. The crystal में red color लगता है. Bring a blue flower or cloth, blue color लगता है. Did ever crystal become red or blue? No. But where from the color came? From these objects which are in proximity. जहाँ दूर ले जाओ तो crystal is immaculate. So the proximity of the blue or red cloth made the crystal which is never became blue or red appear. Therefore, on that crystal which is never touched by color, appearance of the color is caused by these blue or red cloth. They are called as upadhi. In the same way, the non-existing dehendra manabuddhya, they are imagined. The imagined deha manabuddhya are taken near the self because of the proximity. These upadhi lakshanas are appearing on the self. This is called as, in our Telugu Durgdusha Viveka, aropana. Vikshepa and aropana. Vikshepa is imagining the non-existing thing. Aropana is superimposing that imagined non-existing thing on the reality. So the snake is vikshepa. Then vikshipta snake is superimposed on the reality called as snake, on the rope. सत्य रूपी रोप पे नहीं रहने वाले सांप का इमेजिनेशन करके आरोपित किया गया. In the same way, non-existing upadhis are given existence and the upadhis are superimposed on reality at the level of ignorance. See, the onlooker may see the color in the crystal, but actually crystal never became colored. So too, in our seeing the crystal through the upadhi of red and blue, the crystal appeared to be colored. So too, as we just said 10 minutes back in Bhagavatam also, seeing through the upadhi, Bhagavan appears to be upadhi yukta, but from his side, he is not conditioned. It is like the sun seen by us through the medium of clouds appear to be not seen by us who are this side of the cloud. But other side, sun is always bright, blazing, brilliant. In the same way, the reflected sun or moon in the water appears to be trembling or shaking because of the medium. All the while, the real sun in the horizon or the moon, they are unmoving, unchanging. So, through the upadhi, what you see appear to be shaken, but the reality is much beyond, is unmoved. Same way, through the upadhi, you see Rama, he has gone through all that, but Rama in reality is beyond the upadhi, the Parabrahma, therefore sarvopadhi vinirmuktam. Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam. Upadhi is conditionings, upadhi is limitations. All the conditionings and limitations of whatever the level or variety type, they are all there. Remember, they are all having relative reality. They are the projection of the mind and Maya. थोड़ा इस बात को हजम कर लेना, आज नहीं तो कल. Digest this thing, that all the upadhis are relative. They are projection of the mind. Absolutely, they are not there. Through them, when you see Paramatma, he appears to be in multiple form. But in true Paramatma, the conditionings, limitations, none of them are there. Sarva upadhi nirmuktam. Okay. What are the upadhis? Maya upadhi, avidya upadhi, and from the Maya comes deshakala. Okay, vastutva. Then because once it becomes vastu, then the size of it, shape of it, color of it, weight of it, all of them are upadhis only. Ram ji, koi bhi upadhi mein ban nahi aate. So, what is the meaning of Bhagavan Rama is Sarvopadhi Mukta, the Parabrahma Rama. You will understand it when you see the Upadhi Yukta Rama. So, Upadhi Yukta Rama कौन है? दशरथ कौशल्या के पुत्रु. निरुपाधिक राम कौन है? Parabrahma is not putra of anyone. So to all other things. He king of Ayodhya, he real Brahma is, there is no Ayodhya to become king. Is it not? No pati of Sita. The Sita pati is Upadhi Yukta Rama. The Parabrahma Rama is no Sita, no pati. Sarva Upadhi Vinirmukta. I told you in Bhagavatam also, we with different goggles we see the world. Because the goggles world appears like that. Remove the goggle, world is seen as it is. So to goggles of the Upadhi, if you see, remove and see, you will see the entire world as Parabrahma and Parabrahma is Atma. And हमारा पूरा साधना है कॉन्शियसली उपाधियों को पार होना, फिर परमात्मा के रूप में जगत को देखना. This tough even to digest and try, but this is the fact, statement of fact. Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam. And upadhis are buddhi. Buddhi upadhi is intelligent, non-intelligent. Upadhi is mana. Mana upadhi is good imagination, bad imagination. Indriya upadhi is seeing through them, the shabda sparsha rupa sagandha. Through deha upadhi, this much height, this much weight, this is the date of birth, this is the date of death, this is called deha. So dehendriya mana prana rupi upadhi, buddhi, which have come from the avidya, which itself also is upadhi. None of them are there in Varma. So, Ajnana, Ajnana Janita. Maya, Maya Janita. Sarva Upadhi Nirmukta is Rama. Now, how many times we have to listen these words with meaning for the intellect to register, then only the contemplation. Like, FIR. After that, the inquiry. So, the listening should make the registry inside. After registry only we start inquiry. हमको रजिस्ट्री नहीं हो रहा है, अब विचारण कैसा करेंगे? विदाउट कॉन्टेम्पलेशन द इंफॉर्मेशन कैन नॉट बिकम नॉलेज और कन्विक्शन. Conviction only makes us do sadhana. Sadhana gives anubhuti. Anubhuti only removes all samsara. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. Next one, satta matram. Satta matram is satta includes chitta also. Pure existence, not existence formed and named. देखो एक ही चीज लाइक ए सेल फोन लिया हाथ में, इज इट एग्जिस्टिंग और नॉट? सिंपल आंसर या. वेयर इज द एग्जिस्टेंस इन दिस? लिटिल डीपर क्वेश्चन. वेयर इज द एग्जिस्टेंस इन दिस? इफ दिस क्वेश्चन इज अंडरस्टूड, and the answer also understood, then you have solved the riddle or puzzle of Vedanta. Is the phone existing or not? Yeah. Where is the existence in the phone? Only one answer is every nook and corner of the phone existence is there. Because any nook and corner you talk about as it is there. Like the front portion of the phone is there or not? Is there. Back portion is there? Yeah. Top portion? Yeah. Bottom portion? Yeah. Inside battery is there? Yes. Machinery is there? Is there? Yes. So where is existence in the phone? Everywhere. If everywhere existence is there, then what is a cover? What is the machine? What is batteries? Think about it. What is all of them? Through the Indriya and Mana Upadhi, they are all imagined, projected on the existence. Although they have their utility value. That phone you use for talking and all, व्यवहार के लिए यूज होता है, उसको साइड पे रखो. व्यवहार और यूज को साइड पे रखोगे और कॉन्शियसली ऑब्जर्व करो. Every nook and corner, millimicrometer of the phone has existence or not. Yeah. So therefore, first thing is phone is there. Second is phone is existing. Third is in the phone there is existence. Fourth point is existence is all permeating the phone. The next point is what? On this existence, phone with all its parts is projected. Now remove all the projected things, what remains? That is called as pure existence, not existence in the form of phone. That is called satta matra. We all have to reach to that Satta Matram on the seat of meditation. I am, asangoham, asangoham punaha, Satchidananda Rupoham, ahameva aham aveya. So, one idea, Satta kya hai, bata diya, Satta Matram. Now, each one will have to contemplate till this becomes pakka. Nahi to ud jayega wo hawa mein. We just forget all these things when the class is over. That's why every day listen, every day contemplate. Slowly the knowledge becomes firm that everything is Sachidanandam on that Namarupa projected. Now I have to reject Namarupa on the seat of meditation, discover my Sachidananda Swarupa. Now the picture is clear what to reach, what to do. Keep on doing till it happens. Okay? अब हम उस स्थिति में आ रहे हैं, धीरे धीरे क्लासेस सुनते 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 परमात्मा ही सत्य है, सब उनके ऊपर आरोपित है, आरोपित चीज रूप नाम है, रूप नाम को त्याग करो तो सत्ताचित परमात्मा अनुभव आएगा. चलो मैं उसके लिए बैठा हूँ. Every time I sit on the seat of meditation to reject the Rupa Nama along with their causes and see the Satchidananda. जब हो गया. Other than this, no other business, no other work, no other project. Anyway, Satta Matram, then Agocharam. Because he is the self. Like with the torch, you can see everything in the world, but not the battery in the torch, because it is a support. In the same way, with the Indriya Manobuddhi, all the Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, everything can be seen. But the substratum, because of it, they are working. It cannot be seen by Indriyas Mana. Therefore, Agocharam. And Vedanta का क्या है? Anything इंद्रिय मानो गोचरा is दृश्य, anything दृश्य is nashvara, and anything nashvara is anatma. Therefore, the atma cannot be the indriya gochara logically, because anything seen is matter. Self is not matter. Therefore, it cannot be the seen. It has to be seer only. Therefore, agocharam. Agocharam is not non-existing, not perceivable through indriyas manabuddhi, but experienced as my own self. वो कैसा होता है क्या, कोई भी बताने का कोशिश की सब फेल हो गए, सिर्फ अनुभव से पता चलता है. ओके, दिस लिटिल बिट मोर वी पॉन्डर टुमारो. नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज व्हाट? आनंदम. हु इज रामा? नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, नेक्स्ट श्लोका इज आनंद. आनंद इज नॉट सुख, आनंद इज नॉट प्लेजर्स. सुख इज मनस्थिति, प्लेजर्स आर इंद्रिय स्थिति. बट दैट आनंद ऑफ द आत्मा इज because I am Satchit and Ananda and never changing, that is called Ananda. Always remember, infinitude, independence, imperishability, that feeling is called Ananda. It can't be called even as feeling of the mana, but that experience is called Anandam. Rama is Ananda. No, her question is answered. Rama was Dukhi, seeing Sita, what Dukhi is Ananda Swarup. He played the natak. Anandam, Anandam. Like this we see Anandam Brahmeti Vijanat, Ananda Deva Kalimana Bhutani. These are all Anandamaya Kosha, but बाद में परमात्मा आनंद स्वरूप ही बताए जाएंगे. What is Anandam? Infinitude. Anantam is Anandam. Anantam is Anandam. Santam is Dukkha. Anandam. The Nirmalam. Mala is duality. There is no mala of duality in Rama. He is only one, homogeneous, Sachidananda. There is no second thing. Therefore, Shantam. There are no inner vasanas to create Ashanti. There are no outer senses to bring Ashanti from outer world through the perceptions. Shantam. The Shanti of the space, the Shanti of deep inner ocean. And on the seat of meditation, when the mind enters into its source, that is a Shanti experience. Now, the mind which has come out of self, with its fluttering, creating all the Ashanti. Shantam. Not even Nidra Shanti, even beyond that. But Nidra Shanti is not independent, not permanent. It is Jada, it is Avidya. When you get up, it goes away. You can't be always in Nidra. The Sukham, Anandam, Shanti of Paramatma is much greater than the Nidra Anandam, Nidra Shanti. Shantam, the Nirvikaram. So there is no effect of time on that. It is beyond time. Time is the one which creates something, which dissolves or destroys it. In between, it goes on doing the modification on the thing. जिस दिन जन्म हुआ उसी दिन से काल उस वस्तु के ऊपर काम करता हुआ उसके अंदर विकार लाते लाते फिनिश कर देता है. Paramatma is beyond time because time is concept of mind. Paramatma is beyond the mind. Therefore, in him there is no modification or change, growth or decay. None of them are there. Is nirvikar. Then what? Niranjanam is untainted or unstained. Ignorance is not there in him. Sarvavyapinam. From our standpoint, everywhere he and he and he and alone. Sarvavyapinam is not valid in Paramatma. In our language, there is place, and in that place the thing is not there. Therefore, it is alpavyapi. If it is everywhere there, it is sarvavyapi. This language is valid to us. In Paramatma is one without second homogeneous. Sarvavyapinam word doesn't valid. Is not valid. But for us to explain it is to be said. Sarva means Sarvadesha, Sarvakala, Sarvavastu, Vyapinam. Then Atmanam. This is most important one. That Rama is in our own self as our own self. Swaprakasham, self-effulgent. Akalmasham, there is no kalmasha. In him of vasanas are dukkha. This is called Rama. The second line, once, twice, little has to be pondered. Tomorrow we'll touch on that. Then Sitaji tells about what she is, who she is. Then the entire Ramakatha of all Leela shenanigans and says that all of them done by the me or Prakriti or Maya, not by Rama. This is all Vedanta. The Vedanta is what? Who works is the Maya Krita Ishvara or Avidya Krita Jiva, not the self. And Jiva and Ishvara's Maya and Avidya Krita. Maya and Avidya are the absence of Vidya. That's it. Not substantial thing. Therefore, the Atma Vidya, when it comes, Avidya goes away. When Avidya goes away, all these which were there to the Jiva earlier, they are no more there. मजेदार होगा ये टॉपिक भी थोड़ा हेवी है थोड़ा थोड़ा ही हम पढ़ेंगे टुमारो विल सी रिमेनिंग ओम शांति 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 सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरये मृतकलशस्थाय सर्वामय विनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः ओम भाग्याब्धि चंद्रिका भक्त चित्त केकि गनागना रोग भरत दंभोले मृत्युदार कुठारिकाय नमो नमः नाशै रोग हरे सवीरा जवत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा ओम श्री हनुमत वीराय नमः ओम श्री हनुमते 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 नमः शिव मंत्र ओम नमः शिवाय 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 नरसिंह मंत्र ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात् 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 ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च अम्मा लेट अस डू वन स्तोत्र पारायणम कितना हमने किया कल टुडे भज गोविंद स्तोत्र ओनली दिस मच वी डू दिस आल्सो रिटन बाय आदि शंकर भगवान So, 1 second. So, Om Atha Shri Adi Shankaracharya Krito Shri Bhaja Govinda Stotram Mohamudgara Stotram Dvadasha Chaturdasha Manjarika Stotram Om. Little fast we go because we are all familiar with this. Om Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudamate Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dokrum Karane Mudajani Jahihi Danagama Trushnam Kuru Sadbuddhim Manasi Vitrushnam Yallabhase Nija Karmopatam वित्तं तेन विनोदय चेत्तं नारीस्तनभरनाभिदेशं दृष्ट्वा मागामोहावेशम् एतन्मां सवसादिविकारं मनसि विचिन्तय वारं वारं नलिनीदळगतजलमतितरलं तद्वज्जीवितमतिशयचपलम् विद्धि व्याध्यभिमानग्रस्तं लोकं शोकहतं च समस्तं यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः काते कान्ता कस्ते पुत्रः संसारोऽयमतीव विचित्रः कस्य त्वं कः कुत आयातः तत्त्वं चिन्तय तदिह भ्रातः सत्सङ्गत्वे निस्सङ्गत्वं निस्सङ्गत्वे निर्मोहत्वं निर्मोहत्वे निश्चलतत्वं निश्चलतत्वे जीवन्मुक्तिः वयसि गते कः कामविकारः शुष्के नीरे कः कासारः क्षीणे वित्ते कः परिवारः ज्ञाते तत्त्वे कः संसारः मा कुरु धनजनयौवनगर्वं हरति निमेषात् कालः सर्वं मायामयमिदमखिलं बुद्ध्वा ब्रह्मपदं त्वं प्रविश विदित्वा दिनयामिन्यौ सायं प्रातः शिशिरवसन्तौ पुनरायातः कालः क्रीडति गच्छत्यायुः तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशा वायुः काते कान्ता धनगतचिन्ता वातुलकिं तव नास्ति नियन्ता त्रिजगति सज्जनसङ्गतिरेका भवति भवार्णव तरणे नौका जटिलो मुण्डीलुञ्चितकेशः काषायाम्बर बहुकृतवेषः पश्यन्नपि जन पश्यति मूढः युधरनिमित्तं बहुकृतवेषः अङ्गं गडितं फलितं मुण्डं दशनविहीनं जातं तुण्डं वृद्धो याति गृहीत्वा दण्डं तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशापिण्डम् अग्रे वह्निः पृष्ठे भानुः रात्रौ चुबुक समर्पितजानुः करतलभिक्षस्तरुतलवासः तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशापाशः कुरुते गङ्गासागरगमनं व्रतपरिपालनमथवा दानं ज्ञानविहीनः सर्वमतेन भजति न मुक्तिं जन्मशतेन सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरि विग्रहभोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः योगरतो वा भोगरतो वा संगरतो वा संगविहीनः यस्य ब्रह्मणि रमते चित्तं नन्दति 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 एव भगवद्गीता किञ्चिदधीता गङ्गाजललवकणिका पीता सकृदपि येन मुरारिसमर्चा क्रियते तस्य यमेन न चर्चा पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनम् इह संसारे बहुदुस्तारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे रत्याचर्पटविरचितकन्तः पुण्या पुण्य विवर्जितपन्थः योगी योगनियोजितचेतः रमते बालोन्मत्तवदेव कस्त्वं कोऽहं कुत आयातः कामे जननी को मे तातः इति परिभावय सर्वमसारं विश्वं त्यक्त्वा स्वप्नविचारं त्वयि मयि चान्यत्रैको विष्णुः व्यर्थं कोऽप्यसि मय्यसहिष्णुः भवसमचित्तः सर्वत्र त्वं वाञ्छस्य चिरात् यदि विष्णुत्वं शत्रौ मित्रे पुत्रे बन्धौ मा कुरु यत्नं विग्रहसन्धौ सर्वस्मिन्नपि पश्यात्मानं सर्वत्रोत्सृज वेदाज्ञानं कामं क्रोधं लोभं मोहं त्यक्त्वात्मानो पश्यति सोऽहम् आत्मज्ञानविहीना मूढा ते पच्यन्ते नरकनिगूढा गेयं गीता नाम सहस्रं ध्येयं श्रीपतिरूपमजस्रं नेयं स जनसङ्गे चित्तं ध्येयं दीनजनाय च वेत्तं सुखत क्रियते रामा भोगः पश्चादन्तशरीरे रोगः यद्यपि लोके मरणं शरणं तदपि न मुञ्चति पापाचरणम् अर्थमनर्थं भावय नित्यं नास्ति तथा सुखलेशः सत्यं पुत्रादपि धनभाजां भीतिः सर्वत्रैषा सर्वत्रैषा विहिता रीतिः प्राणायामं प्रत्याहारं नित्यानित्यविवेकविचारं जाप्यसमेतसमाधिविधानं कुर्ववदानं महदवधानं गुरुचरणाम्बुजनिर्भरभक्तः संसारात् अचिराद्भवमुक्तः सेन्द्रियमानसनियमादेवं द्रक्ष्यसि निजहृदयस्थं देवं भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रुं करणे नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रुं करणे. One more stotram, 18 mantras, Narayana Ashtadasha Shloki. Very powerful, very rare it is. Even I am also chanting it first time. करेंगे आज और एक. It's only a question of 5 minutes of more patience. We'll be able to do. ओम अतः श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य कृतो नारायण अष्टादश श्लोकी. ओम 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 प्रह्लाद प्रभुरस्ति चेत् तव हरिः सर्वत्र मे दर्शय स्तम्भे चैनमिति ब्रुवन्तमसुरं तत्राविरासीद् हरिः वक्षस्तस्य विदारयन् निजनखैः वात्सल्यमावेदयन् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः श्रीरामात्र विभीषणोऽयमधुना तु आर्तो भयादागतः सुग्रीवानय पालयेऽहमधुना पौलस्त्यमेवागतम् एवं यो भयमस्य सर्वविदितं लङ्काधिपत्यं ददौ आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः नक्रग्रस्तपदं समुद्यतकरं ब्रह्मेश देवेश मां पाहीति प्रचुरार्तरावकरिणं देवेश शक्तिश मां मा शोचेतिररक्षनक्रवदनात् चक्रश्रिया तत्क्षणात् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः हा कृष्णाच्युत हा कृपाजलनिधे हा पाण्डवानां गते क्वासि क्वासि सुयोधनादवगतां हा रक्ष मां द्रौपदीम् इत्युक्तो क्षयवस्त्ररक्षिततनोः यो रक्षदापद्गणात् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः यत्पादाब्जनखोदकं त्रिजगतां पापौघविध्वंसनं यन्नामामृतपूरणं च पिबतां सन्तापसंहारकं पाषाणश्च यदङ्घ्रितो निजवधो रूपं मुनेराप्तवान् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः यन्नामश्रुतमात्रतो परिमितं संसारवारान्निधिं त्यक्त्वा गच्छति दुर्जनोऽपि परमं विष्णोः पदं शाश्वतं तन्नैवाद्भुतकारणं त्रिजगतां नातस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः पित्रा भ्रातरमुत्तमाङ्कगमितं भक्तोत्तमं यो ध्रुवं दृष्ट्वा तत्सममारुरुक्षुमुचितं मात्रावमानं गतं योदात्तं शरणागतं तु तपसा हेमाद्रिसिंहासनं ह्यार्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः नाधीतश्रुतयो न तत्त्वमतयो घोषस्थिता गोपिका जारिण्यः कुलजातिधर्मविमुखा अध्यात्मभावं ययुः भक्तिर्यस्य ददाति मुक्तिमतुलां जारस्य यसद्गतिः यार्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः क्षुतृष्णार्तसहस्रशिष्यसहितं दुर्वाससं क्षोभितं द्रौपद्या भयभक्तियुक्तमनसा शाकं स्वहस्तार्पितं भुक्त्वा तर्पयदात्मवृत्तिमखिलाम् आवेदयन्यः पुमान् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः येनारक्षिरघुत्तमेन जलधेः तीरे दशास्यानुगः तु आयातं रघुराम पालय विभो रक्षातुरं मामिति पौलस्त्येन निराकृतोऽद्य सदसि भ्रात्रा च लङ्कापुरे आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः येनावाहि महार्णवे वसुमती संवर्तकाले महा लीला क्रोडवपुर्धरेण हरिणा नारायणेन स्वयं यः पापि द्रुमसंप्रवृत्तिमचिरार्धत्वा पयोगात् प्रियं यार्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः योद्दासौ भुवनत्रये मधुपतिर्भर्ता नराणां बले हे आधाया अकरोद्रते रतिमनः पूर्तिं सुरेन्द्रानुजः यो वा रक्षत दीन पाण्डुतनयान् नाथेत्यभीतिं गतान् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः यः सान्दीपनिदेशतश्च तनयं लोकान्तरात् सन्नतं च आनीय प्रतिपाद्य पुत्रवर्णात् उज्जृम्भमाणार्तये सन्तोषं जनयन्नमेय महिमा पुत्रार्थसम्पादनात् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः यन्नामस्मरणादगौगसहितः विप्रः पुराजामिळः प्राणोन्मुक्तिमवापतामनुदयः पापौघदावार्तिमुक् सद्यो भागवतोत्तमात्मनिनुतिं प्रापाम्बरीशाविदः च आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः यो रक्षद्वसनादिनित्यरहितं विप्रं कुचेलाभिदं दीनादीनचकोरपालनपरः श्रीशङ्खचक्रोज्ज्वलः तज्जीर्णाम्बरमुष्टिमात्रपृथुकान् आदाय भुक्त्वा क्षणात् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः यत्कल्याणगुणाभिरामममलं मन्त्रोऽपि संशिक्षते यत्सम्रेतिवति प्रतिष्ठितमिदं विश्वं वदत्यागमः यो योगीन्द्रमनः सरोरुहतमः प्रध्वंसि चिद्भानुमान् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः कालिन्दे हृदयाभिरामपुरिने पुण्ये जगन्मङ्गले चन्द्राम्भोजपटे वटे परिसरे भ्रात्रा समारोपिते श्रीरङ्गे भुजगेन्द्रभोगशयने शेते सदायं पुमान् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः वात्सल्यादभयप्रदानसमयात् आर्तार्तिनिर्वापणात् औदार्यादगशोषणादगणित श्रेयः पदप्रापणात् सेव्यः श्रीपतिरेव सर्वजगताम् एते च षट् साक्षिणः प्रह्लादश्च विभीषणश्च करिराड पाञ्चाल्यहल्याध्रुवः आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः नारायणो मे गतिः ॐ नमो नारायणाय See in Bhaja Govindam, all do the Bhajana Paramatma and reach out him. Anything done other than it called Rukunkarane, it's not going to help you. On the base of that theme, in the 11 shlokas, Bhagavan Adi Shankara teaches to Brahmachari, Grasta, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi, all what to do, what not to do. Listening to his exposition, his 14 disciples, he talks in 14 shlokas, then his 12 disciples give 12 shlokas. Then last 5 again Bhagavan Adi Shankara. In that 31 shloka Bhaja Govindam, the beautiful knowledge of how to live life, all aspects are given. We'll study it once, we have studied it in Telugu, but बढ़ेंगे एक बार 31 श्लोक के लिए 1 दिन लगेंगे. In the same way, this stotram, first time I am chanting, please believe me, in the 18 mantra, the main sentence is आर्तत्राण परायणः स भगवान नारायणः मे गतिः. वो भगवान नारायण जिनका एक ही परायण लक्ष्य है, what is that? आर्तत्राण, to protect those who are in arti dukkha distress. Such Narayana, whose only job is to protect those who are in distress, he is my gati, he is my refuge, he is my abode. Keeping this sentence as means in 18 mantras, 18 examples are given in which in each of the case, when the people were in Arati, Bhagavan went there and did the Tranam, the protection of them. So the Prahlada example, it starts with, then the Vibhishana example, the Pandavas example, the Draupadi example, then also this Dhruva example, and also the Gopikas example, then Sandipani example, then we will see all, then Kuchela example, that is Sudhama. In this way, by taking 17, 18 examples, Prahlada, Vibhishana, Gajendra, Draupadi, Ahalya, Dhruva, then I told you the other things, Pandavas, Ityadi, even Gopikas example are taken. लेकर इन सब के आरती को भगवान ने दूर किया, ऐसे भगवान ही मेरे लिए गति. I think I'll talk on this text very soon on one of the days. Simple. Remember that story? In that Bhagavan has protected them. Therefore, Bhagavan is very much there. If you go to him as refuge, Saranagati, he'll come and protect you. What are the beautiful. And I believe studying all these stotras, taking the thought from this only, our Tulsidas, like great saints, have written stotras in their own language. When he wrote that Sankata Mochan Hanuman Ashtakam, in that what he shows, Hanumanji saving in that 5-6 people, or in those 6-7 cases, he removed the Sankata. Therefore, I say, बड़े-बड़े लोगों के संकट आपने दूर किया. What is difficult for you? To remove my Sankata. Therefore, come quickly and bless me. To write that stotram for Tulsidaji, see this Arthatrana Parayana Sambhagavan Narayano Me Gatihi is an authority or the guidance. So Bala Samay Ravi Bakshiliyo Tana Tina Loka Vayondi Aro Tai Sutrasa Bayu Jagoya Sankata Kausa Jatandaro Devana Anika Nibiritava Chadi Dio Ravi Kashnivaro Konai Jana Dai Jevakabi Sankata Mochana Namati Haro. Here also their Sankata Mochana Namati Haro Arthatrana Parayana. That is in Avadi, this is in Sanskrit. Therefore, Kaja kiye bada devane ke tum abhira Mahaprabhu ki vicharo, kona su sankata mora kabir kabako, jo tum aise nahi jata hai dharo, begi haro anuman Mahaprabhu, jo kar song roy maro, ko nahi janta hai sankat mosan. Here also, Arthatrana Parayana sa Bhagwan, Narayana me Hari. See, daily ek mantra ko hi khushdar bolo, 10 ya 11 बार, I think it will give wonderful joy. Today we chanted 18 times because every time it was there in Shloka. 9 more times we chant, it becomes 27. At least today before you sleep, chant 81 more times. It becomes 108. That will be registered with the Lord. He will remove our arti and protect us, if at all, whenever we are in. So say it 9 times. Om Artatrana Parayana Sa Bhagavan Narayano Me Gatihi. 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 Beautiful, na? So wonderful it is. I really enjoyed it. Tomorrow we will do Krishnashtakam and Achyutashtakam. Another day, Govindashtakam, Pandurangashtakam. Another day, Jagannathashtakam, Lakshmi Nrsimha, Karavalamba Stotram, and Pancharatnam. With that, in 3 days, Vishnu Stutis will be over. Then we will see the Devi Stutis. Okay. Tomorrow is Ganesh Chaturthi. Ganeshji will come. He will make 9 days enjoyment and he will bless us. He will go again to come. We will not compromise with our classes. All classes will be as they are. You have to make your arrangements before the class and after the class. You do the tyaga of your all other things. Why should I do tyaga of my classes? I will not do. ठीक है, मे भी 10-15 मिनट कुछ कम किया तो करेंगे, अन्यथा हमारे सारे 6 कक्षाएं यथातथ होंगे. For us, every festival is in studying the Shastras. Om Bhurvos Svas Parayana. Madhya Madhya. Om Neelamega Shama Nitya Jagan Mohana. Om Vedaganlola Veda Navanit Bhakta Janadhara Paramayadavardu Geetamrutadata Paramayogi Sapartha Sadrupa Krishna Sarvamangalam Rama Sarvamangalam Sadguru Sarvamangalam Samba Sadashiva Sarvamangalam Om Natatra Surya Bhandara Kamema Kamema Bhandu Narayana Vardasha Sita Ramaayana Sarvamangalam Anjali Avidaram Norman Vyamritam Mangalam Gurudam Nabra Bhagavadashita Temyo Nityam Nirime Guru Bhagavata Bhagavata बोल श्याम रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, राधावर कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, उमावर चंद्र चूड़ भगवान की जय। रामायण महाभारत भागवत उपनिषद गीता समस्त सनातन धर्म वैदिक संस्कृति शास्त्र की जय। वेद व्यास शुकदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय। विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि तुलसीदास रामायणाचार्य की जय। वेद व्यास वैष्णव आगमन आद्य शंकराचार्य ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। नमः पार्वती पदे हर महादेव हर। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम कीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय जय राम राम। अम्बे में माता की जय। बोलो भाई समस्त श्रोता भक्त जिज्ञासु साधक मंडल की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। सो टीवी हो गया, कलकत्ती हो जाएगा। That also at the feet of the Lord. Hari Om. 8th month